What's up, guys? This is Emmanuel from TeamDBZ Biscuit, and today we're coming at you with a odd odds budget deck profile. But before we jump in this deck profile, guys, if you're new to the channel, I want to say thank you and welcome, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. Find it right down there, that little red button. Also, too, if you like the content, be sure to gallic gun that like button. But let's jump into this deck profile. Let's see what we're coming at you with. We got the Master Rule change coming up, the April 1st. We had the ban list, so we're going to be rocking 3 Odd Odds Arc Pendulum, our main monster we want to search out for our high scale. Running 1 Odd Odds Pendulum Dragon. To me, this is just needed as a searchable name. We're running 1 Odd Odds Phantom Dragon. This is just good for another good beater. Running 2 Odd Odds Persona Dragon. We want to make sure we can hate on all those extra deck monster effects. We got plenty of them starting to roll around, and we do not want our opponent getting too much advantage on us with all the synchro spam and XYZ spam that's going to be starting to pop off. We're also running the 1 Odd Odds Mirage. Mirage is our mascot for the deck. He's just going to help us to make sure that we can get the plays going the way we want to. If push comes to shove, we can search him if he is a normal summon. We're also running the Odd Odds Dissolver and the Odd Odds Synchron. These two are just good support utility cards. We want to have these cards in the deck, making sure that we can get to the fusion plays, the synchro plays if we need to. Being able to synchro and fusion out of our pendulum zones can really help us make a lot of plays that we want to make. We're also running 3 Chronograph Sorcerer. We want to have him backed up with the 1 Time Gazer. This is just going to help us to make through our turbo engine, just be able to get to the plays going a little faster the way we want to. We're also running the 3 Supreme King Dark Worm. This is still needed for this build. We want to be able to get this out there, get the plays going the way we want to. And we're also backing that up with the 2 Supreme King Donuts, the Gate Zero. This is just going to help us to be able to have another card to be able to pop our Odd Odds cards, being able to actually get another dragon on board, set up our 0 low scale, and being able to keep our Odd Odds engine going the way we want to. This is a nice little package. I like this package a lot, and it helps to get the plays going the way I like to see it rolling. But that's it for our monsters. For the spell cards, I really wanted to make it so I could play off my opponent's board. I really want to go second with this build, and because of that, running the 1 Odd Odds Fusion. This is just to help us to have a backup plan B if push go to shove. We don't get the cards the way we want to. We can still use our opponent's board, use some of the extra deck, and get the plays going the way we want to. Running the 1 Reasoning. This is just to make sure we thin through our deck a little bit faster and get a free monster on board. I'm running 1 Monster Reborn. Like I said, we're going second. Our opponent, we're going to want to use their graveyard. If push comes to shove, we can reborn a monster out of our graveyard, but this is just to help us get another extender on board. Also, too, running 1 Mind Control, making sure that we can just, like I said, if your opponent really overextends, grab that monster, use it as a link material, fusion, synchro, whatever you might want to do. Also running 3 Allure Darkness, 1 Into the Void, 1 Upstart Goblin, and 1 Pot of Desires. This is just a nice little draw engine that we got here. We got plenty of dark monsters in the deck. Most of the monsters in the deck are dark. Into the Void, Upstart, just to keep instantly, just see an instant free card. And Pot of Desire, just to get the +1. Being able to get the play set up the way you want to, and then throwing that card, get the extra monsters or searchers that you might need, can really help the plays going the way you want to. Also running 3 of the best search card in the game, Spiral Flame Strike. This is just going to help us to extend so many plays. Either be able to help us crack our opponent's board if we got Odd Odds on the field, or either just being able to search out that level 7 that we want to. And also, don't forget, you can get an Odd Odds from out of the extra deck too with our level 7 Odd Odds. Don't forget that part. Also running the 1 Duelist Alliance, and also the 1 Summoner's Art. This is just to make sure we can get to that Arc Pendulum as fast as possible. Being able to get to that Arc Pendulum helps us to get our plays set up the way we want to, be able to get that high scale, keep the plays going and floating the way we want. We're also running 1 set rotation, 1 terraforming, 3 sky iris. We want to have 3 sky iris no matter what. 2 dragon ravine, 1 dragon shrine, 1 foolish burial. This is to make sure we get those dragons into the graveyard, the dark worm, things like that we want to get in there. And I also want to make sure I have 2 cosmic cyclone, because with us going second, we don't want to see no floodgates plopped up on us if we don't have to. The thing about this deck is it searches enough that we can search to the point and draw to the point that we can see this in the first opening hand. Also too, with me, the way the build works for me, it seems to come to my hand fairly fast. So it helps me to get the plays going the way I want to. My opponent decides to flip over a counter trap or something that I don't want to see flopped up on me, I can get this in the standby phase, where in the main phase I can back it up with a Spiral Flame Strike and destroy whatever other cards I might need to, hit it my 3-card combo and keep my plays going the way I want to. But that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, running 2 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. This is their main boss monster you want in the deck. You know, this card is where we get our grind game going with our Arc Pendulum and this, properly fusion summon, getting this to be able to make the plays the way we want to. And like I said, with it being Master Rule 5, we don't have to worry about the extra deck spot. We can float anywhere in the main monster zone with that, so that's very, very nice, very, very helpful. Also running 1 Draco Berserker of the Tangy. This is just something that we want to continue to keep doing, help us to continue to, if our opponent activates a monster effect that we don't want, monster effect will go through, but we can banish that monster that could be a problematic monster. But also too, just being able to get this on the opponent's turn, on our turn, and being able to attack twice can really help with a lot of plays. We're also running the Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Like to be able to put this back in the deck, especially with the Master Rule 5. Being able to make sure that we can put out our monsters in the main monster zone, put this out there for added protection. Very, very helpful and useful. Also running the 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. This is just another good card, help us with the Odd Eyes engine, be able to grab monsters out of this pendulum zone, especially summon them to the field and keep our plays going the way we want to. Also running the 1 FA Don Dragster. We want to make sure we have a Spell and Trap negate, just making sure that we can slow our opponent down to the point where they're not just, you know, doing whatever they want, make them minus as much as we can. We're also running the Dark Athalim Dragon. This card is just making sure that we have a good high scale. The main purpose with this card is if we have to use our Odd Eyes Fusion, we can use it as a pendulum monster. Very useful to us too. Also too, the fact that it just sucks our opponent's soul up is just very good. It's just another good way to make sure that our opponent does not get too far ahead of us when it comes to attack points. It's a quick effect that we can activate on their turn, so that's something I like a lot. Also in the pin skill, it's the same thing, so it's just all around just going to help the deck out, just making sure we get those extra pushes that we want to make and make sure our opponent doesn't get too crazy on us. We're also running the 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. This card is just a staple in any pendulum deck, in my opinion. You need it because it's going to be able to get negates for the battle phase, or when it's sent to the graveyard, be able to special summon your Odd Eyes from out of the extra deck is very helpful. Still running the number 11 Big Eye. Big Eye is just needed. We want to make sure we can snatch steal our opponent's cards. They don't get a little crazy over there, snatch steal their stuff. And we also running the 1 Abyss Dweller because Abyss Dweller is needed. There's going to always be some type of graveyard effects popping off. If your opponent gets a little too hairy, too shady, just go into this, slop that down, and just, you know, say, pass your turn, sir. We're also running the 1 Dragon Balls. We want to collect all of them, that way we can get our wish to go the way we want to. Got the Wee Wee Witch Apprentice. You know, you want to make sure we have a generic, very easy to go into Link 2 monster. We got plenty of darts in the deck getting a boost up, and also too just helping us to link up into other links. We got the Draco Master of the Tingy. This card is just good for making sure that if we got just normal monsters, being able to get that pop, and also the fact that it's not going to be able to destroy by battle, it's very, very helpful. We got the Unchained Abomination. This card is just all around good for making sure that we can put pressure on our opponent on their turn. If they just try to destroy cards on our field, we get to pop stuff on their field. So it's going to make them make that mind game battle. And lastly, we got the one Overload Dragon. Like I said, I like stealing our opponent's cards. If they get a little too hairy over there with their crazy stuff, let me go and grab your monster, beat you over the head with it. But that's it for this deck profile, guys. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to smack that subscribe button. And also, too, don't forget to final flash that like button. Thanks, guys, for all your love and support. We're out.